Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Kissimmee, Florida for the 2018 VRC World Championship for 10-skill Spec touring car. Some great drivers and some great racing ahead of us. As we get off and underway here, Ben Garrison going to be our top qualifier leading us out, and he's already trying to stretch out his lead here. A 5-minute race here for these drivers. Now we're running the short track here at Kissimmee, keeping the racing close here in our Spec class. Ben Garrison going to be out front leading the way as he works his way around here. Already one lap in the book. It's going to be Joshua Berman in the number 2 spot. Zdenek Hammock in the number 3 spot. Xavier in that number 4 spot now. Gary Crowell trying to work his way up in there. As we're looking now at Zdenek working his way through the back section, trying to make his way through traffic right now. Hammock going to be in the number 3 spot, chasing down Berman. A good battle between these two as they come back around, and Hammock now up to the number 2 spot. Berman drops back to 3rd now. I'm going to get the purple and yellow car. Ooh, catch that inside curbing just a bit. And he has really closed the gap up on your race leader now of Ben Garrison. As you can see, the track conditions looking pretty good here in this one. A lot of traction for these drivers as they work their way back around under the Florida sun. Oh, a little mistake there for our second place driver. Oh, Berman, a big mistake. Catches that inside curbing, loses speed there. Drops his way back to the number 4 spot now. Xavier jumps up into 3rd. As Berman working his way back around through that center section. Ben Garrison still going to be out front. He's got company coming up behind him, though. Zdenek in that number 2 spot. Chasing him down the backstretch they go. Last time by a 12.8 for your leader and a 12.5 for Zdenek. 0.3 of a second faster in one lap. Minute 40 into this one. Down the back straight they go right now. Garrison out front. He was your top qualifier once again, but I tell you what, he's got company coming up behind him, and he's got some challengers ready to try and take this win away from him. Garrison looks strong in qualifying. Oh, big mistake there. Catches the inside curbing. Doesn't need a corner marshal. Is able to save it before he puts it into the wall, but that hands over the lead now. So Ben Garrison drops back in the number 2 spot. Zdenek Hammock up into the number 1 spot now. Joshua Berman in the 3. As they're working their way back around. Andrew Chetty up into the 4, Crowell in the 5. Looking at your race leader right here as he works his way around. Fastest lap he's turned so far is a 12.5 flat. That's a pretty quick lap. And as you can see, though, Ben Garrison, he is retaliating now. He has regrouped himself after that mistake, and he is charging as he has closed up the gap now on Hammock out front leading the way. Oh, little mistake there from Garrison. Through the switchbacks, coming back around these drivers. Such short lap times and such close racing. They're pushing so hard. Through the switchbacks again, back down the back straight. Hammock going to be out front, still leading this one, holding strong. Ben Garrison waiting patiently, trying to find a way by and a good line where he can gain a little bit more time than Hammock. Zdenek out front, leading this one, 3 minutes down, 2 to go. Garrison in 2nd, Berman in 3rd. Andrew Chetty in the number 4 spot, Crowell in the 5, Xavier in the 6, Oliver in the 7. Joseph in the 8 spot. Ben Garrison in that number 2 spot there, your top qualifier. He's got Berman closing the gap up on him now. Berman running the orange wheels here in this one. Standing out in the crowd, that's for sure, is Berman. On the left-hand side, he is only 0.4 of a second back now from Ben Garrison. So he's one we can't count out of this race either. As 3:30 down here, 1:30 to go now. Berman through the infield. His fastest lap of the race, a 12.482. I believe that is going to be the fastest we've seen so far in this race. So Berman, he had a little bit of a rough start in this one, but he's working his way back up towards the leaders. Here's your front runner right now, Zdenek Hammock out front leading the way. He's going to be coming up on some lap traffic. Oh, bumps that outside wall just a bit. Through the curbs they go. 0.2 of a second ahead of Garrison. Garrison is 0.3 of a second ahead of Berman. So Joshua Berman, I think right now, is going to be the one we got to keep an eye on as he works his way down the back straight. Less than a minute to go now for a world champion to be crowned here in our Spec touring car class. Zdenek Hammock out front. Ben Garrison. Here comes Berman. Joshua Berman looking for the inside line on Garrison. Not able to make it happen. 45 seconds to go. Berman right now, he's got the speed. He's just got to make it happen, and he's got very little time to do it. As they come back around through the switchbacks right now, 30 seconds to go. Ben Garrison holding strong in 2nd. Berman drops back just a bit. Zdenek Hammock starting to stretch out his lead here just a little. As they come back around now, 20 seconds to go on the clock. Down the backstretch they go. As you can see, Zdenek Hammock coming up on some lap traffic. However, the lap traffic is not slowing down any. Running leader's pace at this point. 10 seconds to go. This should be their final lap as they come around here with 5 seconds left to go. Zdenek through the switchbacks he goes. Ben Gayson holding on to second. Here comes Berman. That is going to be time. Zdenek Hammock, ladies and gentlemen, your world champion. Ben Gayson comes around for second, and Joshua Berman, a well-fought third.